Hello Yosemite Church, happy Friday to you. So this week we've been going through Luke, and Ruben's done a great job leading us through the sermon and some devotionals. So today we're going to change up a little bit. We're going to go into John, and so they're going to just pick a few verses out of John, and let's go from there. John chapter 15 verses 12 through 14. John chapter 15 verses 12 through 14. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I just think, man, what a great instruction from the Lord. And I just think it's important that we read this in this context, though, because one of the things that it's important to know is that we can't love without being connected to Christ. It's just not going to happen. We're not going to be very successful. I'm just a cut flower. I can only love well so long without being connected to Christ. Going back to the beginning of this chapter, and the beginning verses, Jesus says he's the vine and we're the branches. So everything we are and everything we do is by being connected to him. And I just want to make sure that you know that, so that way you don't try to white knuckle loving others, because I know I can white knuckle loving others. Doesn't usually end up too well, and I need to be reminded all the time that I love as he loved. And I can only love as he loved by being around him, by being connected to him. Because in John later beautifully writes in the book of the epistle of 1 John, that whoever knows love knows God, because God is love. I just want to make sure that's super clear, because otherwise we try to do it on our own, and it's so easy to try to do good on our own, and good on our own is not good at all, because it's not without Christ, who is good. He is love. Paul understood this. In Galatians, he says, "It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me." I just want to encourage you with that today, that not only love, but all the other fruits of the Spirit, patience, kindness, all that good stuff, only comes from Christ being rooted deep inside of you and deep inside of me. That's the only way it can happen. Can't white knuckle it, can't force it on my own. I think John the Baptist also understood this concept of we can only do it while being connected. Going back to the beginning, chapter 3 of the Gospel of John, John is being questioned, and he says, John chapter 3 about verse 27, a person cannot receive one thing unless it is given him from heaven. You yourselves bear witness that I said I am not the Christ, but I have been sent before him. The one who has the bride is the bridegroom. The friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears rejoices at the bridegroom's voice. Therefore this joy of mine is now complete. He must increase and I must decrease. So John understood, I'm not the one who brings salvation. I'm not the one who brings this good gift from heaven. It can only be given from the Father through Christ. And so when Jesus gives us this great instruction to love, we want to make sure that we pair that with being connected to him. That's the only way we can do it well and do it consistently, is by being connected to Christ. So I hope that encourages you, that when we receive the instruction of love, that we do so by doing so with the author of love, which is Christ. So God bless you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday.